What's up everyone, Vu of NVU Films, and I am back with another idiotic video for you to watch. And today's video was idiotic because I just showed you a whole 3.5 minute film before I even started this video. But the reason why I did that was because that film was shot with two primary lenses, and that is a 50mm G Master and the Tamron 35 to 150 f2 to f2.8 lens. The other lens for super duper wide angle shots was a 14mm GM, but that was only for those really wide shots. And the majority of that film was filmed with these two lenses. I used this lens, the Tamron 35 150 f2 to 2.8 on Ronin S2 gimbal with Sony a7S III, of course. And my second shooter, RJ Goodwin of Purple Media, was using my 50mm GM on his Sony a7S III and his Ronin S2. So you must be telling me, hey, Vu, you're an idiot. Like, why are you even comparing these two lenses? One is a zoom, super versatile, and the other one's a prime. Well, the thing is, they're both right around 2,000 bucks, and they are both versatile. It's not, can't think of a zoom range as being versatile. This thing is versatile in terms of the f1.2. You have a lot better low light ability with the GM versus you have a lot more zoom range with the Tamron. But I do understand why you may think, hey, this is just a completely whack comparison. To me, and I think to a lot of you, my comparison of these two lenses has a lot of merit. Now, for the better part of 2021, I've been filming a bunch of films and weddings with the GM, and then later in 2021, I tried this lens out for a few events. And back in December, I had the opportunity to go to Georgia to film a wedding, and I didn't want to carry too many things, and I had a choice. Would I rather bring the 50 GM, or would I rather bring the Tamron 35 to 150? And I wasn't going to bring both because they're both quite hefty. The Tamron is clearly heftier than the 50. And I chose the 50. And the reason why I chose the 50 was because the image quality overall, to me, to my eyes, is just better. And the fact that I'm stuck with this one focal length, it just made me a little more decisive with my filming. Versus with the Tamron, I'll be at the 50, I'll film a little bit, and then I'll be like, oh, maybe I should do 70. Oh, maybe like a really tight shot will look cool. It's almost too versatile. You know, like it's to my detriment that I have all of these zoom ranges, you know what I mean? And then I'll be like, oh, I can move over to 35. But the reality is, I don't shoot solo. I always film with a second shooter, and such as whether it be RJ or, you know, my main second shooter all the time, say Park, he's always on either 24mm, 2470, some other lens, which makes the 50 good for me. It is perfect for me because I like the 50mm range. This lens is probably one of the best lenses on the planet. I get the image quality, I get the low light, contrast, all that comes with the G Master lens, and I still have the versatility because my second shooter is using a different lens. Now, if I was shooting something solo and I knew I had to be all over the place, then yes, I think I would probably carry the Tamron. So at the end of the day, we could look at Jared Undone, you know, charts and go through the 30-minute video of, you know, Dustin Abbott. And, you know, my deepest respects to those channels. You want those in-depth types of videos, you go there. You want a video like mine, you want to see actual deliverables, actual product, finalized products created with these lenses, this is where you go. And in my opinion, if you shoot with a second shooter, if you shoot with a team, you want to use the 50mm GM. It's just, in terms of just image quality, this thing is a beast. The Tamron, if you're shooting by yourself, if you need to be able to zoom in and out, You don't have the option of different focal lengths because you want to get a tight shot, you want to get a medium shot, and you need wides in a short amount of time. You don't feel like switching lenses. The Tamron is a fantastic lens with great image quality as well. Now, if the environment is not well lit and it's like a dark environment like a reception, like the one I showed you, this is probably not the best just because things look a little flat. Whereas if you have to go down to f1.4 or 1.2, you could help the image pop a little bit if light is not available. But that being said, it is always important to light whatever it is you're shooting, regardless of how good Sony a7S III is. With the low light, you should always have a light. Just as I kind of have a light right here, I could have easily not have this little light here. And with it turned off, all of a sudden this shot just looks kind of not as interesting. Just a little kind of cold, just kind of missing that extra pop. And if I turn it back on, looks a lot better in my opinion. But if I didn't have any of these, and I had a choice to buy either the 50mm GM, which is actually $200 more expensive, or the Tamron, I'll buy the 50mm over and over and over again. Regardless if I was a solo shooter or whatever, I would just buy this lens. This lens is a better lens. That does not mean I don't like this lens. That also doesn't mean that I'm not keeping this lens. I am keeping this lens. This is a solid lens that I think deserves to be in everyone's Sony E-mount kit. But if I had to choose between the two, Sony 50mm G Master all the way. Anyways, guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was insightful. And I also hope you've been enjoying my shorts. I know I've been doing like a bunch of stupid ass shorts the past week. And I hope you've been enjoying it. If not, I'm going to still keep doing it because I don't give a shit. Till next time, lighten up.
Hey man, you don't need a big camera. iPhone just as good now.
No, it's not.
Man, the iPhone, it can do the cinematic mode. It do the 4K 60.
What else?
It do the ProRes.
It's not the same.
It have the stabilization. It's much better than your camera now.
Still not as good.
Let me show you. Đừng mang công cạnh.